Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Listen, I'm all about solutions. And I'm going to say this again. I'm all about solutions. And I really think, it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 18. Listen, everybody that rocks my content, a lot of people that watch my content, you guys are still holding on to your B card. I just want to say, pump up the volume one more time, pump up the volume. But for everybody else that's going through it, I really want to take my time and talk to you guys, because you guys have to understand, I could talk about this topic for 50 years. I can talk about this topic for 60 years. I can talk about this topic for 90 years. And I think it's very important for men to respect women. And I feel like the day that you truly respect women is a day that you don't see them as objects. The day you truly respect women is the day you don't waste their time. The day you truly respect women, even if she's having a wardrobe malfunction, at the end of the day, you will A, try to help her cover up, or you will B, look away. Listen, today was the first time in my life that I ever looked away. Imagine that. I feel like on this journey, I am getting so good. I feel like I am now on ultra mode when it comes to controlling my lust. And I'm just saying, I'm going in to like my 6th year. Right now, we still at the 5.5. And I think that's really the good spot for a man. That 5th year going into that 6th year mark. Now, I met guys that literally went 16 years. So by no means necessary am I the final boss. I'm not the final boss. I met one of the guys. He was a taxi driver. He went 16 years. So I got to triple salute him and share that story. But other than that, I just feel like for my life, that nice, strong, because you guys have to understand, when you got all this testosterone, you guys have to understand, when you got all this strength, bro, it's almost illegal, bro, but in a good way. Listen, I got to share this story. And I got to be honest, bro. Like, in Phoenix, it's a Jamaican restaurant called Ocho Rio. And the owner, he refunded my money. He wasn't there. I guess he has multiple restaurants, but I went in his restaurant. I had bifocals on. Then they had these glasses. I had bifocals on. When it's all said and done, they had me sitting there for 12 minutes. They try to play my face. Now, I ordered my food. I went to the cashier. Said, I'm hungry, you feel me? I'm literally hungry. And it was a lady. She's like 50. She's not speaking up, you feel me? So I was like, yeah, can I get the curry chicken? Can I get the curry lamb? She gets mad at me and said, oh, you up here ordering everything. I don't know this lady from a can of paint. Luckily, she didn't have any grandson or some type of husband in the car, because this is how it happened, bro. Literally, bro, I'm just trying to order my food. It comes out to like $43. It is what it is. This lady mad. She's like, you up here ordering all the food. I'm like, listen, I told her straight up. I was like, listen, I ain't been with a woman like in 5 years, so I ain't trying to hear what you talking about. I told her straight up respectfully, I'm not trying to hear what you talking about. Like, we ain't even trying to really get at you like that, you feel me? Because a lot of these women, they be wanting my attention, but I gotta let them know, like, we really like, we really out here, like, we really litty. So she like, oh, that's your problem. You need to get laid. Let me tell you guys something. Every time you release, you getting weaker. Listen, I understand. Sometimes as a man, life is hard. Sometimes you just want to relax. Sometimes you just want to, you feel me, like drinking a Sprite. It's like, I get it. I get it. But my question is, are you ready to go on a generation run? When you're ready to go on a generation run, listen, you got to do away with fun. I'm about to snap. I think I might go in for like 15 minutes on this video. But when you're about to go on a generational run, you cannot focus on fun. What is fun? Fun is trying to get with a woman in the short term. Listen, when it's all said and done, respect women. There are a lot of men that are established. A lot of people don't want to hear this message. They're going off the average statistics. Forget the average statistics. There are a lot of established men out here. And these women want the established men that are right now. So if you're not in the RN, listen, at the end of the day, don't become a YN because you're not in the RN. And at the end of the day, shout out to all the RNs, shout out to all the registered nurses. But I feel like women are looking for men. For whatever reason, it's not my business. I'm not a woman, but what I'm saying is, for whatever reason, they're looking for whatever men they're looking for. They want these men to be fully established with resources right now. If you are not established and if you are not focused on a wife, listen, you are literally getting in the way. And I just want to say, as a man, I never thought I could get to this level, but I'm at this level now where I don't lust after women. This is a beautiful level. And it's so beautiful. I want to share it with you. I literally, listen, when it's all said and done, my old IG page was full of all women from Nigeria, and they just walking around, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I got to build a compound in Nigeria. Now, if I see those same women on my timeline or For You page, I'll be like, okay, cool. She blessed. She blessed by the best. We all blessed by the best. And that's why we need to keep it real. If you see a woman and she look beautiful, remember, she's blessed by the best. And this video is going to be one of my realest videos because it hit me. Her beauty has nothing to do with me. And a lot of guys, they get caught up in other people and it really has nothing to do with them. So depending on how a woman looks, just say she's walking in front of me. I now remind myself her curves is her curves. It has nothing to do with me. And this is top-notch classified information. And a lot of people, they don't get it, but we're going to keep running and we're going to keep going till it sticks. But my main thing is this. If I see a woman now, I don't care if I go to Atlanta airport, because Lord knows that was the final bosses of the final bosses. Shout out to Atlanta. I don't care what nobody said. You got to be prayed up in Atlanta. I'm going to be honest. I stay away from Atlanta because you got to be prayed up in Atlanta. When I mean prayed up, you got to be prayed up. You feel me? Like MC Hammer, you got to pray just to make it today in Atlanta. So with that being said, I could go to Atlanta now and be cool. But there was a time in my life, I'll be honest, 2023, I could not survive Atlanta. Shout out to all the women in Atlanta. You ladies are putting guys in a straight let it breathe situation. You women in Atlanta, look, you guys have to understand. Now I could go to Atlanta. You feel me? Now I could go to the South. I ain't gonna lie, the South to me, it was hard for me to even breathe. Now I could go back. You know why? Because I found my weakness. You feel me? You guys have to understand, you gotta know your weak spots as a man. And if lust is your weak spot, I wanna break this down. You have to think, if you really wanna have true success with women, you have to be able to talk to her through mental conversation. There is no way you could have a conversation with a woman if you're lusting. And I'm gonna say this again. Women are almost next to easy, but they become hard and difficult. If you're hard, it becomes difficult. Follow the wordplay. Women are next to easy, easy peasy. Bada bing, bada bing. But it becomes hard and difficult when you're hard. It becomes difficult. That's the problem. Listen, I thank God I want to go on a generational run, because before the generational run, I used to feel stimulated when I saw women at certain times. Now I don't even feel stimulated because I know for a fact we can't go to Mozambique without resources. We can't go to Cape Town without resources. We can't move to and play tennis in Cape Verde without resources. So I'm so thankful for the ability to travel, and I'm so happy that overseas they do not do credit. I'm thankful, because if overseas did credit, who's to say I will go on a generational run? I'll just probably finance something in Cape Town. I'll probably finance something in Monaco. I'll probably just finance something in Aspen. You know, I mean, Aspen is still, you know, I can still do it here. But no, seriously, overseas, it's no credit. It's either you have $5 million up front or you don't. You either have $20 million up front or you don't. You either have $40 million up front or you don't. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing I love about Europe. That's one thing I love about just the whole, if you're not from a country and you want to make real estate moves, they're going to need everything up front. You see what I'm saying? They're going to need everything off the bat. So at the end of the day, guess what? Me wanting to live overseas and actually do things the right way and not be an Airbnb king, it really helped me to control my lust, because now if I'm lusting, I feel disgusting. Listen, not trying to rhyme, I think we cracked the code, but I'm gonna say that again. If I feel like I'm lusting, I feel disgusted. And that's the beauty of life, because it was one point in time I was lusting, and I never felt disgusting. But guess what? Who knows? Maybe they felt disgusted. I don't know. I can't speak for them. The past is over. Let bygones be bygones. No hard feelings. But now I'm talking about with my mindset, because people don't understand. Your mindset equals your grind set. Listen, we're going 15 minutes. I'm not playing on this video. Your mindset equals your grind set. So now that I got a new mindset, I got a new grind set. And now my grind is set so high. With that being said, I can't see myself lusting. Can I respect the woman? Yes. When it's all said and done, I thought about it. Listen, I can't just not stop paying for Chipotle. I can't just not stop paying for smoothies. But if I'm by the cash register and it's more organic, I would still pay for the Chipotle. I would still look out, because when it's all said and done, I'm just from a generation. I know times are changing, but I'm from a generation where men made it easy on women. We took a load off of women. So when it's all said and done, I think that generation, I do want to hold on to that And it wouldn't be more so just for anybody. It would be more organic. If I'm about to register, if my hair is only 18 or 25, or you feel me, or if I'm out at a restaurant, if I'm out Capitol Grill by myself, it's two women sitting down eating and they racked up a bill for $250 and they're finished. The rule of thumb, I thought about it, they have to be finished. Now, if they're finished and they're about to pay, then I swipe. But I'm not gonna pay while she's sitting down because I don't want to send any mixed signals. Right now in my life, I'm super focused. Like, even if I compliment a woman and then I take off. So she can know this ain't going anywhere. You guys have to understand, when you're in control of your lust, listen, this is the most powerful stage of manhood that any man could reach. This is the pinnacle. This is where you want to be. I thank God that I arrived. I feel so lucky. I just want to say thank the Lord for finding out semen retention when I was 34. I want to say thank you to the FLS. Thank you to all the semen retention content creators. You know who you are. If you tried, at the end of the day, at least you tried. Let bygones be bygones. Let's move on and move on, so on and so on. At the end of the day, this is a beautiful life. This is a beautiful life. Now, listen, there was a time I would see women, I used to be like, oh my goodness, but it finally hit me. Her beauty, she worked for that. Her beauty, she deserved that. Her beauty, she earned that. It has nothing to do with me. So it finally took 39 years to let me realize, let a woman have her own beauty. Stay out of her face. When it's all said and done, if you're not doing for her, if you're not trying to take a load off of her, there's no point of really talking to a woman. You feel me? But if you want to take a little load off, it doesn't matter if it's Chipotle, it doesn't matter if it's Krispy Kremes, it doesn't matter if it's a little Starbucks coffee, something a liting nice that you can handle depending on your final situation. If you at the register and it's more organic, and if you catch it at the end when she's about to swipe and boom, you go before her, I will still do that because that makes me feel good as a man, you feel me? Like, to really cover a woman Chipotle, you know what I mean? Cover a woman burrito, cover a woman smoothie, cover a woman bag of ice. I love doing stuff like that, you feel me? But the key is I know what it costs before I swipe. It's not like I'm just blindly swiping. I'm gonna put that out there. But with that being said, unless I do something like that, I talk to zero women. Everybody put a 0W in the chat, you feel me? Because we on the front lines. I talk to zero women and it feel good. So if I could do for a woman probably once a month, it doesn't have to be an everyday thing, but just a little once a month, I think it makes me feel human again. Because right now, I really don't feel like that. Like, I feel so strong. I feel like testosterone is just really exploding. Boom, 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 boom. And I just feel like right now, it's just the best feeling of my life. And it's just like, I love women so much that I want to stay away from them because it finally hit me. In order to really be with the woman, you have to have a lot of strength. And there's no way you can have a lot of strength if you're going out every weekend trying to get laid. There's no way you can have a lot of strength if you're drinking every night. There's no way you can have a lot of strength in general. When it's all said and done, I feel like women really, they really are just a beautiful thing to have on earth if done right. And I feel the best way to really make sure that we enjoy our experience as men is if we stop lusting. If we stop lusting, we can see women really got muscles. We can see that women really are out here protecting kids, doing what they got to do, working hard. We can respect women. And I feel like the only way to really respect women is to control your lust. But when you can't control your lust, you just see a woman as, oh, I'm going to talk to her next. But you don't even know her. You don't know what she's been through. Listen, I don't care what nobody say, man. As a man, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Let other kings win. It's a lot of establishment, city to city, from Dallas all the way to Houston, all the way back to Dallas, all the way back to Frisco. Rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. You feel me? All the way back to Dallas, all the way to Houston. Texas is a big state. It's probably so much that go on in Texas that we don't even think about. So I just want to take my time to personally shout out to Texas, shout out to Killeen, Texas, shout out to Texas as a whole. And with that being said, it's just like, listen, let everybody else do what everybody's just doing in a major city, but don't follow the crowd. Respect women, and you respect women by respecting yourself. And we got to talk about, in another video, we got to talk about begging, because a lot of guys don't really think that they're begging. But if you got to approach women, you're begging. If you got to ask the woman what you doing, you're begging. At the end of the day, you don't have to beg. I don't care what nobody said. A lot of people don't look at it like that. They consider it game. It's not game. You're begging. When it's all said and done, let things happen naturally. And my next video, I want to talk about really the introvert lifestyle. I think that's key. When you go out, learn to go out by yourself. Treat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Let it breathe.